Can you still see me? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're good. Oh, my gosh. This is the best day of my
I'm
fucking life.
obsessed.
I really, I'm now like, where do I start?
Take your time.
Well, because normally
take us with you.
I talk about the prairie dogs and then the rap comes out of it. But here we go.
Oh my God. Hi, friends. This is Wildly Unprepared, the show where I get to talk to the most incredible people I've never met and know absolutely nothing about. Like, literally nothing. It's all a complete mystery to me. I'm your unprepared host and new best friend, Tyler Mount. Each episode, myself and my other best friend, Ashley,
Hi, girls.
producer to the stars, aka me, gossip and kiki about life and talk to some of the most interesting people on the planet. I hope you're prepared because I'm certainly not. Ashley, oh my God, another week, another dollar. We are looking for one additional dollar. If anyone's
Just
listening,
the one. 4 quarters, 100 pennies, whatever you have, we'll take it.
Venmo it right on over. We're not doing this for free, honey. Ashley, another week in the books, another week of joy and living our best lives. How's the last week been for you, Ashley?
A nightmare. This week has been an absolute nightmare.
Okay, I cannot wait to hear dish.
Mercury is exiting retrograde, I believe, so I'm blaming it all on that. But my laptop completely died this week. Monday, go to type, nothing. All I'm getting is a green light on the caps lock, right? So I have to beep, toot, drive down to Apple, right? They're like hooking up all these devices, trying to get in there. They're like, ma'am, you have to buy a new computer. I'm like, great. Can you move what's on my computer? Because I've never backed this up in my whole life to my computer. And the guy was like, I'm going to do my very best, right? So I pick out my computer. They're setting me up and they're like, okay, like, what's your username? We're going to have to like keep everything overnight. So like, we're going to have to do this on the side. Like, we can't just move things here. So they're like, give me your username and your password. I was like, I can't give you my password. I was like, can we disable the password? Can we do something about the password? And this poor woman is trying everything to get the computer up and running so we could disable the password. And it's been like 10 minutes. My mom's like, Ashley, just tell them the password. Like, you just have to give them the password.
What's the password, Ashley? I think I know what it is.
You do know it?
Okay, what is the password you had to tell this woman?
I was like, yeah, so my password's poop.
LOL. Okay, so what does she say?
She started cracking up. She's like, girl, I thought it was like something so insane. She's like, that's really not that bad. I was like, and then she's like, uppercase or lowercase? I was like, all lowercase.
Let me tell you, I am taking an uppercase dump every morning. You know what I mean?
It's just like, I'm sorry, it makes me giggle when I log into my computer. Like, don't you want to just make yourself giggle a little bit?
If you have to log in to work remotely, you might as well get a little chuckle out of it on the way in.
Exactly. So yeah, we're up and running now, but that was humiliating. My mom was like, so are you going to like rethink your password? I was like, absolutely not. But
okay. So now, and all 4 of our listeners know your laptop password is what you're telling me.
Yeah, but everyone really already knew it, you know?
That's true. It would have been in the first 3. I guess it's also interesting because is that your password for everything? You might as well divulge it to the audience. Okay.
Just my computer.
Okay, great. So we can get into the laptop. We can't access anything else, essentially.
I mean, everything's saved on my laptop, so you could pretty much get anything you wanted.
So we got the laptop. We had a mortifying experience at the Apple store. And we moved on. This is, look, worse things have happened to better people, and we'll move through it. Correct, Ashley?
So true.
We need to go fund me, but we'll work on that.
Yeah, and all of my stuff is here. So I just had to divulge a little poop, and we got everything.
I love divulging a little poop. What else is happening in the life of Ashley? What else is happening over here?
Oh, my God. Unfortunately, I have no memories past 9:30 this morning. Not much.
I love it.
Okay, I've heard nothing about your life, Tyler. I gave you my whole saga this week.
Okay, Ashley. We should also talk about my vacation last week.
You went on vacation without me? That's
you were invited and you declined, so don't even come for me in front of the American people.
Our billion followers.
Our billion followers. Yes. Okay.
It's a global podcast also. Don't
it is
put
global.
Us in a box.
That's true. Our following in Indonesia is outrageous.
No, it's insane.
I
the fan mail I'm getting, it's
from Indonesia?
Insane. Yeah, it's
honey.
insane.
Okay, let me tell you about this vacation. It's not really a vacation. I just went to, I have a, well, you know this. I don't know if the general public knows this. I have a place in upstate New York. And
Do you want to give them the address?
Yeah, absolutely. At a later, you have to join the Patreon and pay $1,000 a month, and I will give you the address. No problem.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So yeah, we went to the upstate house, and I have a really bad problem. Tell me, Ashley, if you have the same problem. I went there to work remotely. And when I tell you I go anywhere except for my office, and I am a violent, deranged, feral, unproductive human being. I literally do just enough to not have the business close, right? But then literally in between calls, I am in the pool with a cocktail.
I think you are every CEO's reason to not allow work from home right now. So let's say I'm super productive from home at all times, so my employer thinks that's true.
Got it. I think that if I create a culture of unproductivity, it ensures that my team feels safe in their life. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Do you?
Love that. Yeah.
Okay, I love this.
I feel safe because of it. I feel safe knowing that.
Oh my God. And then we have to, oh my God, we actually do have a lot to talk about. The Pandora's box is open because this is bringing up a bigger conversation. I have, as you know, Ashley, because I've ranted about this to you time and time again. Okay. Whenever I go upstate, okay, I love, this isn't illegal, so sue me. And my mom's going to be so irritated with me saying this publicly, but like, it's not really that crazy. But like, I love an edible, like a little THC edible to like be post work, to like hang out with friends, relax, chill, right?
Unwind,
let
right? Loose.
I'm productive. I never am driving after taking an edible. I
would hope not.
Yeah, of course not. I'm productive and responsible. I'm never taking a business call. I've never worked after taking an edible. I don't babysit my niece, Hallie, your niece, Ashley,
yeah,
Hallie,
my baby,
your baby, with, after taking an edible. But I love me an edible. But the issue becomes once you're like working, like craving the edible, you're like, I have a problem that I need to look internally at, right? So, Ashley, we are on day 3. We're recording this on a Wednesday. On Monday, I stopped eating edibles.
And how's that going?
Awful. Every moment of my life, I'm literally dripping with sweat right now. I can't sleep. And this is all normal. GPT tells me it's normal and I'm not giving up. But like dripping with sweat right now as we speak. I didn't sleep at all last night. I didn't sleep the night before. I never craved it until now when I'm like, oh, I'm not going to have it.
And you can't have
now
it, yeah.
I feel like a meth addict. Do you have any addiction resources or addiction advice that Tyler, should be taking here?
Yeah, I don't have any vices, so I can't really relate personally. But I think what you should do is start, like, you're up at what, 1 a.m., right?
No,
Can't sleep.
Oh, yeah. I don't
You know what I
wake
mean?
up
A little
at 1 a.m.
insomnia, like whatever.
Yeah, I was up to like 1 a.m. both nights.
I feel like there's some like creative use of your time there. Like maybe you practice Wicked, like top to bottom. Like that's got to tire you out.
Oh my God.
Know?
Nothing is more exhausting than doing the entire libretto of the Broadway production, not the movie, the Broadway production of Wicked from top to bottom, all the way from No One Mourns the Wicked, all the way to the book and recapitulation of No One Mourns the Wicked at the end. Give it 15-minute break at the end of Defying Gravity, and bada bing, bada boom, you have 2.5 hours of 1,800 calories burned. Equinox fit classes could never.
And you have to learn how to fly in a broom. Like that's got to take some effort.
Babe, I practiced that from 7th grade all the way to this day, so I'm very, very
I've never
good.
seen it. I've never seen it.
Well, it's magic, and it has to be a little bit private, right? Who do you think
so
was
true.
the broom instructor for Wicked the movie with Cynthia Erivo? Do you think she just learned that in 3 days? No, it was me.
What? This is how I find out? First year vacation, now this.
I come from a lot of generational wealth, and it's because of the long line of broom handlers that we have.
Absolutely.
Is that fair?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
I
look,
believe it.
Ashley, I think it's time to, I don't know, get down to business because I woke up this morning excited about something I know nothing about. We have a guest today?
Yeah, of course we do.
Well, as you know, I see a new guest every time we're here. I have no idea who's coming on the podcast today, but I'm certainly excited. Ashley, tee it up. Who we have today?
Okay, 3 clues. First clue, this person became so prolific for their freestyle choreography videos showing off different outfits that they inspired a Fashion Week feature in the style section of the New York Times. Any ideas?
Okay, so
any
I have an
thoughts?
idea, and there's no way this person's booked. Like, there is absolutely no way this person is booked. But do you know who did this? Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton had a feature for Pride of her in all of her pantsuits, from Roy all the way through G-Biv. But I doubt we booked Hillary Clinton. But if we did, I'm about to fall out of my chair and ask her so many questions.
But don't forget, we know her personally.
We do
'cause
know her
saw
personally.
The Share Show with her.
We did see the Share Show with her. She walks in. Ashley and I are absolutely trashed. She sits down behind us directly, Ashley, upon my life, directly in the seat behind us.
Yes.
And I turn around. This was, I don't know, a few months after she lost the election. And I look at her and I go, I'm still with you. And she, without skipping a beat, goes, well, that's because you all have the best taste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. Okay, keep going, Ashley. So it might be Hillary Clinton, probably not. Number 2.
Clue number 2. The view from their office is breathtaking and their coworkers are a little unusual. Are we still on Hillary Clinton?
We're not on Hillary Clinton anymore. She's probably like walking in the woods post-election failure somewhere. I would say, okay. So fashion profile in a prolific publication, correct? Office with a beautiful view and unique coworkers, colleagues.
Yeah.
So like I'm instantly going to like, maybe, maybe it's like her or his or their colleagues are not people. Like maybe they work with zoo animals. Like maybe it is a penguin trainer and like the view from the
Antarctica.
Yeah, well, no, I'm thinking like if you were at the San Diego Zoo, that's a pretty good view.
I don't know. I've never been.
I've been. It's fantastic. I don't know. Okay, so like my guess is, hear me out. What if, no, this can't be it. Okay, I have no idea. You keep going.
Okay. Clue number 3, last clue. And I think this one will get you there. This person would have seamlessly fit into our African fashion show.
Okay. Our African fashion show.
And to be clear, before we just say it like that, we went on a safari to Africa and we coordinated our outfits morning, evening, afternoon, every change, every travel moment, and made a giant spreadsheet and sent it to everyone else going on the trip. And this person would have fit so well into our outfits, like every single one. We could have used their closet for this.
Oh, okay. So this is actually confusing me more. I'm like,
I thought that was too close.
Is it Steve Irwin's son? Like the one who just did all the underwear shoots? Like that's
actually Steve Irwin. We're calling him from Beyond.
Okay, I love that. This is now a psychic and a medium podcast.
Ooh, I love.
You know, see, you've now confused me. Oh, wait. It has to be zoo related. We're talking to a zookeeper. We are talking to a lion trainer. We are talking to an animal trainer of some sort who has a great view from their office. Their colleagues are animals and they wear safari getup every single day. Ashley, rip off the Band-Aid. Tell me who our guest today on Wildly Unprepared is.
You were very close. We are actually meeting with a park ranger, Ranger Peelee Clark of Theodore Roosevelt National Park. And I need you to watch the video because he went viral, basically doing a fashion show of all the different ways to wear the national park uniform. And it's so good. And it's to like a Meghan Trainor song. And I'm so obsessed with him.
Oh my God, I've so seen this. I love him.
I'm obsessed with him.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I know exactly who he is. That's so fucking cool. Shut up. Look who is here with us. The most famous park ranger in the entire world. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for that lovely introduction.
Oh my God, thanks for being here with us. Now, I have to rip the Band-Aid off, okay? Because I've been arguing over here. Is it Peelee?
Yeah, I like to say Peelee. It's the middle class version of Pele.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Pay less.
Oh,
Shoes.
You have to pay less for me? Wow.
No, absolutely not. I would pay top dollar for your famous ass. Okay. So you say, I've already forgotten because I found out that it was you 10 seconds ago and I'm still beside myself. You said it's Peelee?
Peelee, yes.
Okay. Whatever you want to be called, we'll call you. Oh my God. It's the one, the only Peelee Clark. Park Ranger extraordinaire here on Wildly Unprepared. Thanks for joining us today, Peelee.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Okay, so let's dive in. Okay, I never know who's coming on this podcast, and the second I saw the reel that you became very famous for, I'll say very famous for because I've seen it 100 times, I lost my mind. Okay, now before we get into your international fame, we have to start at the very basics. Tell us a little bit about your journey to park rangerdom. Like, how did we get here? Why the Dakotas? Like, give me an idea of what brought us here to today.
Okay, so starting from the very beginning. Okay, I started in musical theater when I was 5. I lived in Niagara Falls, New York, and there's an equity house down the hill from Niagara Falls Art Park, and that's where I started my career. So I was very lucky to have a career on stage until I was 35. I'm very much over the hill for dancing.
I love it.
But my goal was always to become a teacher. So when I landed a job dancing in Vegas for 2.5 years, I decided to dance, until midnight in a show and then go to school at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I know that sounds like a movie. And
it certainly does.
I got my degree in tech design because I wanted to be a theater teacher and thinking if I have the tech knowledge, that will just help me because theater teachers are known to not be very good in theater tech.
Correct.
So that was my goal. I went out and I really wanted to finish my career where my dream was, and that was Starlight Express. So I went back to Germany and I finished the last 2 years on stage at Starlight Express, and that was my second time being there. And then I went for my master's degree in Buffalo, and then I became a theater teacher. And during the pandemic, I kind of started hiking in Shenandoah National Park, and I was like, oh, wow, I could become a park ranger. It's really just an educator and an entertainer, and you put them together, and you're a park ranger. And that's how I got here.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
You are my soulmate. Okay. A theater teacher changed my life. Okay. I think that's pretty common in this industry.
Yeah.
I'm a theater boy. You're a theater boy. So you were going to school for tech theater, correct? And then what show were you dancing in?
Yeah, I was dancing in a show at Mandalay Bay called Storm, and it was kind of a hybrid of Latin and hip hop.
Okay. So then when did we apply to be a park ranger? How does one do that? We now are a government employee, right?
Right, I am.
How does this all work?
Yeah, so I actually, I kind of bought a Jeep and a trailer. And one of the summers, I decided to not do an extra job like all of us teachers do. It was the pandemic. And I traveled around the country going from park to park. I started where I was living in Alexandria, Virginia, all the way out to Idaho and all the way back. And it was like a month and a half, and it was life-changing. But when I went into the cave and why is the name of the park? This is embarrassing. I'm a park ranger.
Central Park.
Mammoth Cave. Mammoth Cave.
So
I
close,
looked
so
up
close.
and I said to the ranger, oh, look, it looks like an alligator's hanging on the ceiling. And he was like, it does. Can I steal that? And I was thinking, wow, I could just become a park ranger. That's literally that was it. I saw a rock that looked like an alligator, and apparently no one else saw
And
it.
you knew.
And I was like, this is what I want to do. But I thought I was claustrophobic. Going back and forth to Germany all the time, I always had the middle seat. And I feel like that's where the claustrophobic comes from, right? And that's the 90s, there's only like one movie shown. You have to read or listen to a Walkman.
We need to take a quick break here. honey, have you heard of a rider? Tyler does not sit in the middle seat. If you are in Starlight Express and you're a Vegas star, honey, we are not sitting in the middle seat of coach. You needed Tyler to negotiate this contract for you.
Well, can you tell them that when I have to fly out to a fire that we shouldn't have to sit in coach because,
Yeah, my answer is I'm flying first class or let it burn, baby. You know what I mean? If
Yeah,
the
yeah.
additional $400 isn't worth the safety of a national park, then I can't help you. We need better priorities. Is that fair?
That sounds fair, yeah.
You're entering a dangerous environment. Can't you agree?
Right. Yes.
And we can't take care of you.
And you have
That
to do
is
it in
unhinged.
comfort. You have to do it in comfort.
My tax dollars, and I wish I could dictate what it went to, and it would go to you. Private. I'd fly you private.
I should say where I live out of Dickinson, North Dakota, there's really, the plane has like one seat on one side and two on the other. It's very small.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's basically first class no matter where you are then.
Yeah, you really just have to show up 15 minutes before. I don't even think they opened the airport for like an hour before the flight. It's pretty awesome, honestly.
Wow, I love
it's more
that.
like a private jet, you know?
I mean, basically, you charter a private jet everywhere you go.
You just pretend it's private, yeah.
I'm obsessed with that.
I love this. Okay, so we saw the alligator. We became a park ranger. That makes total sense, not unhinged at all. And then how did you select this national park? Like, do you apply to a certain national park?
Actually, I applied. I really wanted to finish my teaching career early and become a park ranger. And that's the only way to do it because school ends and I would already need to be a park ranger. I applied to some state parks and also some national parks, and I landed with Wind Cave National Park. And I chose it because I feel like other than performing on stage, I've always chosen the job from the person interviewing me. Like they have a personality. I want to work for them. And the person who interviewed me had great personality. It seemed to be like you could go there and be yourself. You didn't have to, become somebody else. And so I chose Wind Cave and showed up. Like I finished teaching, which I could tell you I do have a funny story of finished teaching. I told my students that I was going to be leaving early. I did everything. All the end of the year awards, but we were finishing up the final musical that I was producing. And why?
Which was what? Do tell.
I honestly, I have a hard time remembering what musicals are. I've seen one theater show in the last 3 years.
Wow.
Because it's been my whole life, and I kind of went to a show and I was a little depressed, but also not depressed at the same time, and I just didn't want to feel that.
I love that. Okay, so we're doing an unnamed show.
Be More Chill.
Oh, a Joe Iconis classic.
Yeah.
Peelee.
So Be More Chill, and I planned to sing a 30-minute cabaret saying goodbye to everybody. And I worked with one of the lighting technician because we had cold sparks that would come up through the stage. And my idea was when at the end of my last note, cold sparks would come up, lights would go out, I would disappear, and then that was it. And I said goodbye.
I love that exit. Like, that's how we should be leaving jobs. I mean, I'm actually shocked that Tyler has not left a job like this.
I am so upset because that is so deeply Tyler coded.
That is so coded.
I'm like, it's like very waiting for Guffman. Like, everyone sit down and watch my performance in the best kind of way. I am so obsessed with you. But
like the blackout, come on.
Oh my God. We were talking about this before you came on.
And you're like, never to be seen again.
This is the Act 1 finale of Defying Gravity, Wicked, ooh, wah, wah, ah, triumphant cry, 0 count bump to black. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's what makes Act 1 of Wicked. You saying, here's my legacy, cold spark, 0 count bump to blackout is exactly what we need in the world.
Yeah, and then I haven't looked back from being a park ranger, but I really, really, really loved starting my career at Wind Cave because there's set tours that you have to do inside the rock. And I like telling stories. So I would, instead of let me list some facts for you, I'll take all of the history and I'll pretend to be the person, right? And I will tell a story instead of listing a whole bunch of facts. But what happened is I could easily do history and I don't remember the other story. I could easily tell stories except for geology, and I struggled. And my mentor came on, and she said, "Why? Where were you? Like, where was Peelee in this tour? You became somebody else." And I didn't know what she meant. She was like, "Just be yourself." And so I went home, and it hit me. You know what? I should just sing and dance about geology. It would be much easier. So I took Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball, and I changed it, which is legal, right? Because
yes,
it's a parody.
Satire law.
I just want to say,
don't come for us, Miley.
Or do. We love you as a guest.
I changed the song to Carbonic Acid because that's the wrecking ball of a limestone cave. And that's where it started. And in the middle of me performing, I'm thinking the box work that I'm now saying performing when I'm giving my
Yes. I
talk.
hear you.
It
was a performance, honey.
It's a performance.
The box work that I'm talking about is very square. And for some reason, it hit me. Why don't I just do the choreography from Janet Jackson's If while I'm singing this song? And and I remember the first time I did it, everyone was just like staring at me like, and there was this pause and then all of this clapping. And I was like, oh, this is so great. So maybe I need to warn them that I'm about to sing some really high notes in this cave. Luckily, it doesn't echo, so that's good.
I wouldn't be interested then.
And then I became the singing and dancing ranger, just being myself.
Wow. Okay. This is a masterclass. And no matter who you are, no matter what you do, whether you are a park ranger or a garbage man or in Starlight Express, you showing up every single day authentically as yourself will always, always, always behoove better results. Is that fair?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Ugh,
it took me
I
a
love it.
while to understand that.
I love it. So now you're combining your love of park rangership and musical theater performance
And
the most
teaching.
and teaching, correct,
Yes.
Ashley, in the most perfect intersection amalgamation that 99% of people, especially professors in college, would tell you is not possible or feasible. And you are living, breathing proof that you can do anything you want in this world. So that brings us to a gorgeous starting place of how I know you, right? You're the
Okay.
singing park ranger, and you got an entire feature in a very, very famous publication for your different stylings of your park ranger outfit. And let's talk about the prolific moment of this reel going viral, you hearing from everyone, including us, in terms of like how this has changed your life and changed your career. Tell everyone what happened in case they don't know, and then how it changed your life.
I guess it all started, we realized if I made a video where I'm acting like a fool, people will listen. So it started with like acting like a fool to remind people to have water when they're hiking, to not approach bison, like those types of things. And then I just thought, you know what, let's just do a video for Fashion Week because National Park Service always does Fashion Week. And I mean, I did this dance on TikTok and I can just do this dance and just keep changing to different uniform pieces. So we just put that out there. I'm just thinking, oh, it's just going to be another video. And then I go out on my second fire assignment as a public information officer. So I am a park ranger, but I also go out and do public information on an incident management team. So I am walking like up and down Main Street, which is all of these like FEMA trailer type things or yurts. Sure. And people are like slowly looking at me. Like I would just walk by and they're like, and I'm wondering what is happening. And this went on for a couple of days. And then I realized I logged on to Instagram because I was, in the middle of nowhere and this video just went viral. So I just started saying, yep, it's me. Like I'm working with all these Forest Service people and they all like, they're asking me to take pictures with them because their wives want a picture. And I'm just like, I'm just Ranger Peelee trying to give people information about this fire.
I'm a man of the people.
It was strange because I performed on stage for 30 years, right? And I'm very glad during my Starlight years in Germany that there were no phones. And now people are asking for my picture. It's crazy to me.
Living, breathing proof that if you show up authentically, people want to be a part of that chaos, right? If I saw you, I would be like, he's the fucking park ranger. I would know it a mile away. Okay, so you can agree, hopefully, like this has obviously been prolific in your life and a little bit of life-changing energy, correct?
It has, yeah.
And are you like super thrilled doing what you're doing now? Is this the end all be all? Do you know what's next? Is there anything next? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I really think that being a park ranger is exactly what I want to do. I really enjoy taking people on hikes. I love going to school. So I actually still get to be an educator, but I'm now that specialty teacher that everyone likes and listens to, and then you leave while they're wound up, and then they're, they can have all that energy for their actual teachers. So I just love, like yesterday I went out to find the coordinates of a rock that a history class wants to find. And so I went out there and I saw a bus struggling to park, and I went over there and helped them park. And the guy, he said something, and it made me think, do you want me to give you a guided hike here? Because I can. It was like a whole bus of 52 senior citizens. And now I'm just taking them on a short 0.4 mile hike, but I'm like telling them all about geology. I sang a little bit about bison and prairie dogs, and I just love doing that. I don't know, it's different than being on stage where you can't see people and then, you bow and you leave, go home.
Mm-hmm.
The interaction, I like the interaction a lot.
And you're making it such an experience for them. Like, I want to join your group, like I want to go through a park with you.
You just want to see me rap about bison, right?
That is 100%
exactly
what I want. Okay. So look, I have to be honest. I haven't spent exceeding what I have to be honest. I haven't spent tons of time with park rangers in my life, and I need to change that, obviously.
Okay.
But like, I have some initial questions that are like burning my brain. I have to ask because this is the first opportunity I've had to ask. Number one, before we get to my questions, we have to start with like, if you're willing to, I need like 4 to 8 bars, that's musical theater speak, of like your best. Like, can you give me the bison rap? Tell me about prairie dogging or prairie dogs, whatever the fuck that's about. Like, give me a little bit of the mixtape so the people are like downloading the EP. Can we get a little here?
I feel like both the bison or the Prairie Dog Rap is short, so it would be like the whole thing. So, I mean, you can choose.
Let's hear the whole thing.
I could just do them both. It's fine.
Let's just hear the Prairie Dog. Let's hear the Prairie Dog Rap, a 5 and a 6 and a kick.
Wait.
Change.
I have to think about this. It's
let
been
him
a while.
get in the...
Yeah,
right?
I guess like as a performer, you should always be ready.
I've never done it sitting down, so it's a little strange.
Oh, do you want to stand up? You can step back.
He needs the prairie dogs with him. Like, you're putting him in a whole new environment.
Oh, no. I don't want the Prairie Dog with me. They're cute, but they have fleas.
Ew.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's hear Peelee.
Can you still see me? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're good. Oh, my gosh. This is the best day of my
I'm
fucking life.
obsessed.
I really, I'm now like, where do I start?
Take your time.
Well, because normally
you.
I talk about the prairie dogs and then the rap comes out of it. But here we go. We're busy, we're bussin', we're always around. We pop up, we drop down, we live underground. I am a prairie dog, I dig and play. Tunnels and burrows is where I stay. Munchin' on grasses and flowers too. Seeds and greens are favorites too. A keystone species, small but bright, shaping the land with all their might. So when you see us, pop and cheer, give a holler 'cause the dogs are here.
Wow. My God, that was incredible.
I am
dare
sweating.
I say you need a children's show?
You need a children's show.
No, did you ever watch Full House?
You are Uncle Joey.
Like everyone?
With
yes,
your chipmunk.
yes.
Oh,
I was
no.
just going to say, how he's Ranger Rick?
Yeah.
That is you in real life.
You need to be doing this. I need this every day. It's like how I watch an episode of Bluey to feel something. Like, I need to be able to tune in. I need to be able to tune in.
Peelee.
Wait, I have a question.
So joyous and so infectious in the best kind of way. I am not kidding. I am the type of crazy who will literally go on a flight to come take a tour with you, and Ashley would come with, and we'd lose our mind.
Absolutely. Well,
Talk
I was
about
going to ask
joy.
that. Do people do that? Do people seek you out now that you have
They
a presence?
do. Yeah, there are people come here and they ask to meet Ranger Peelee.
I would too.
It is very strange. Or people will roll their windows down when I'm walking in town. Yeah, I'm just not used.
Wild.
I'm not used to it yet because I really do feel like I'm just Ranger Peelee. I'm just doing my job to the best of my ability. And if people learn a little bit of something, I love the singing and dancing part because you all know, you go to any kind of talk. So let's say, just say a ranger talk, you pretty much aren't going to remember anything they say. You're going to remember how they make you feel. And that's my goal, is how am I going to make you feel during this?
I love that. Well, let me tell you, you made me feel some type of way. Happy, joyous, resilient. I love groundhogs now. You know what I mean?
Well,
prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs. You didn't listen that well.
Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I know how you made me feel, but I didn't listen to anything you said. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got the 16 bar cut, which we love. Okay, give me answers to the following questions. We have to talk about bears, right? I'm thinking Yogi Bear. Does he live in your park? Yeah, are there bears in your
No,
park?
we don't have bears. No, this is the Badlands of North Dakota.
That means nothing to me. I can't even point to North Dakota on a map.
Well, I mean, it's north.
Well, I got
helps.
that. It's north of South Dakota, south of Canada, correct?
that is good. Yeah. See, you know
Thank
where
you.
we're going.
Win-win.
Montana.
So no bears there?
It's between Montana and Minnesota.
Okay, I got that
two of our
much.
favorite states.
Two of our favorite states.
We know
Wait,
exactly.
so
where
like,
those
what
are.
is the most prolific wildlife there? Bison?
Yes, bison. There are, I'm not exactly sure how many we have, but two falls ago, we would have 500 bison. So we have 500 plus any of the calves here in the
Wow.
Oh my
south
God.
unit. And there are 250 in the north unit.
So speaking of bison and bear and big things, not that you have bear, but like, are the bison scary? Like, do they cause issues?
We don't have as many issues that you would have at Yellowstone. Our park is a lot smaller, so you'll see people that work here. So people don't do the crazy things that you see at other parks. But I like when I talk about bison, I like to, they seem very calm, right? They're very mellow, chill, but they have good side eye, right? They will side eye you down.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just like Ashley.
Like a little sass?
Yes. They're just like always
Obsessed.
looking at the side. But, you know, people tend to get out of a car and get too close, as you probably have seen on YouTube videos, right? And they're annoying it. And just like humans, you get annoyed, right? And then bam, it runs 35 miles per hour. Sorry if that was too loud.
Nope. Nope.
Stop.
I'm unsubscribing to that experience. I'll hang out with the
Not
prairie
bam.
dogs.
Bam. 35 miles per hour is what they can run like that.
I
And
could only
then-
do 5 on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, a bison would get
5
your
is
ass
good.
real quick.
5 is fast.
5 is good. Okay.
It's
Now,
so fast.
without, violating any professional NDA or getting like too gossipy, like, is there any like park ranger gossip? Like, I'm thinking there must be some park ranger gossip between the park rangers. Maybe you and some of the animals have some gossip. Like, what do we need to know about park rangers that like we probably don't know?
No, I don't really know any gossip. The job I'm at as a lead ranger, I'm like out of it. Yeah, which I'm glad because, I worked in the theater for 30 years.
Of course, we've
we
had
You had
enough
plenty of gossip.
It's so much gossip
and then teaching
drama.
high school. Yeah.
Ooh, high school
Oh
gossip.
God, yeah, so much gossip. What is your biggest pet peeve as a park ranger? Like, what is the thing that the visitors do that drive you and maybe the other park rangers insane?
I just feel like littering. We did
fair.
a video. I taught 3 people here to do the Wicked dance. The loathing dance. Yeah.
Of course.
And I was like, well, we'll go out of the visitor center and I'll put a whole bunch of garbage on the ground. I had no idea that the wind was going to pick up and have a bottle roll right in front of me as we were like the third take. So we used that one. But it was just all about to not litter, right? That is my biggest pet peeve, littering. Because we want to always practice whatever you take in, take out, or at least put in the garbage can.
Correct. Can I tell you, I'm not making this up, Peelee. I am an advocate for anti-littering in New York City. The reason the city is so disgusting is because everyone treats it like their trash can. Upon my life, last month I was getting into an Uber. The Uber driver, as I'm getting in the car, throws an entire hamburger wrapper just like right out the window, to which I immediately pick it up and I put it back in the driver's side door. And I said, I think you dropped this. And then I get in the car and he's like, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, your job is to drive, not litter. We can't litter. It is anti-human. It's anti-American. And then look, my final question for you today is a little bit more big. It's more macro. It's more ethereal. What would you say that being a park ranger has taught you about life? What is the biggest lesson that you're carrying with your life from your time being a park ranger?
That is a hard question to answer.
I asked the hard-hitting questions. I'm coming for
I
you,
know.
Oprah.
I feel like, because I I feel like to take time for myself.
In what
Because
way?
I went from being on stage to teaching, which was pretty much the same thing, still in the theater, right? And working way too much, to now working for the federal government as a park ranger, right? You don't take your work home, which is a new thing for me.
Well, that is
Um,
nice.
Mhm.
and so that's kind of, I feel like, the biggest thing that I've learned. Um, Also, I am rather a shy person, right? And anyone that's in musical theater, if you're shy, then that comes off as stuck up, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Right. But I feel like I found a lot more confidence to just talk to people, especially becoming a public information officer. You go on these fire assignments and you go from business to business, making contacts and giving information. And then you're going back daily and you're talking about something that you just learned, 10 minutes before. So it's given me a lot more confidence to speak to people without a script,
Mm.
right? I love a
I
script, but
absolutely love that.
yeah. So I feel like that's what I've learned.
Well, look, Ranger Peelee, thank you so much for being with us today and joining us today. You are a bright, bright light in a sometimes dim world, and we need more of Ranger Peelees in the world. And I hope, if nothing else, you take away from our conversation today the fact that showing up authentically and being who you are day and day and day and day again will always pay off long term. And you are living, breathing proof of that, Mr. Peelee.
Thank you. I love that last message. It's nice to hear.
And
I will
That
take
is
it. I
Tyler's
will take it away.
mantra.
yeah,
That
that
is
is my
Tyler's
mantra through and through. Look, I will be following you from afar via the digital scape. The next
Hoping
time
for
I'm
a
in
TV
North,
show.
hoping for a TV show, truly. The next time I'm in North Dakota, I have some business in South Dakota. I can just pop on up, come say hi to you, hear the Prairie Dog Rap in person. What do you say?
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay,
Wait.
I'm sorry. That man is my spirit
So
animal.
sweet. Yeah, no, the whole time I'm like, Tyler coded, Tyler coded, Tyler coded.
I am obsessed. And I'm going to be
also-
honest. I'm kind of starstruck. I'm like, with all due respect, how did this podcast book him? Like, I love this man. I follow this man. Okay, so what are some of the biggest takeaways that you took away, Ashley?
Well, one, I'm just obsessed with who he is as a person. This is where I love like the universe and like me being like, I think everyone ends up doing what they're supposed to do because his current job is like so freeing for him, but like combines his love of theater, combines his love of teaching. And then he's able to like be this great light for people and who visit this park. Like it makes me want to go to the park. I don't even touch grass.
Yeah,
And
me
I would
neither.
go to
But
the
like you
park.
and I would have a great time. In all seriousness, it brings up like a really interesting point. And I was thinking this the entire time. If you had paid me $1 million to figure out a way to make someone a singing park ranger, I wouldn't know where to begin.
It also
right?
wouldn't work though, right?
This is
'Cause
my
it would
point.
be inauthentic.
Right. The same reason why anyone listening to this or why you and I are in the seats we're in right now. It's through a series of unplanned things that happened that led us to this moment, right? And so oftentimes in life, we're constantly trying to figure out how we get there versus where we want to go. And he literally just put it into the metaphorical universal GPS and was like, I want to do these 5 things, okay? All the way from performing to educating to not taking work home to feeling like an important part of people's day. And the universe kind of was just like, how about a singing park ranger? And then threw it in his lap. I mean, right?
100%.
And I'm so glad when people like Ranger Peelee get the recognition and get the notoriety that they not always want, but certainly deserve.
Definitely deserves.
And I'm like kind of jealous over there. I'm like, can I be a famous park ranger?
One day.
But
Maybe
I do,
you could be a famous like singing beekeeper or something. Give that a try.
okay, I'm terrified of bees and all.
Aren't you
stinging
allergic?
insects. No, I'm not allergic, but I could say that if it
Ugh.
prevents me from having to get near.
You just kind of have the vibe of someone who's allergic to bees.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's
Like
just
a
like
sniffling little bitch.
like if I looked up bee allergy, I feel like your face would be there. I don't know why. You just like
Okay.
read bee allergy to me.
Okay, that's
Maybe it's the gluten allergy that's meant.
okay. We're getting off track here.
way off track.
This is about our friend, the park ranger.
I
okay?
also like I didn't want to ask him because he seems too sweet, but I'm like, do you think other park rangers are jealous of him? Because like
Oh,
if
of
I'm
course
in
they
North Dakota,
are.
I'm like, I don't want anyone talking to me except for Ranger Peelee. Like, don't even look at me. Don't try
Yeah,
to tell me where the sky is, where the grass is, where the bison are. I want the raps. I want the fun. Like, that's what we came for. It's
there
like a park
is
ride,
there is no question in my mind that jealousy runs amok in the park ranger ecosystem because of him. I
right?
would bet money. No, I'm not saying there's drama. I'm not saying people are mad at him. But I am
No, how
saying,
could
wouldn't
you?
you, if you were a little park ranger, wouldn't you kind of be like, "Ugh, I want to be the rapping park ranger that
Yeah, but I'm
everyone
like,
loves?
do park rangers work together or do you like swap?
I don't know.
I
Our
don't
one
either.
opportunity to talk to a park ranger is already done. We may never know. I wish there
Yeah,
was an
I'll
online resource that we could type something into and find out, but I guess we'll never know.
insert eye roll.
Oh, got it. Because this is like a auditory
Yeah, this
medium.
is an
You can't see the eye
auditory
roll. I
experience.
love it. Yeah, I think those are the biggest takeaways,
Yeah.
right? I think it's the fact that showing up authentically every single day, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, will always pay off. And most importantly, we don't have to know the directions to get where we're going. That's why we have a GPS. Just put the final address in the GPS and let our friend Miss Google Maps take us all the way home. Fair?
Yeah, very fair. And I think it just also like we don't know where we're ending up, you know? Like as much as we say like I want to be this, I want to be that, you have no idea where you're going to end up.
True. I do know one thing, that you and I will both end up in the ground in a shared coffin, for
Ah,
sure.
what a dream.
What a dream, cuddling for the rest of our life. Well, Ashley, it's been another fantastic day being wildly unprepared with you. You're the only person I feel comfortable being wildly unprepared with. So, as you know, listeners out there, you know the drill. Make sure you're following us where you get your podcasts. And of course, you can always connect with me online at Tyler G. Mount. Until next time, I'm Tyler Mount.
And I'm Ashley.
Love you most.
Love you most. Sis.
Love you most.
I love you the most. I love you the most. I love you more. I love you more. I love you more than you'll ever love me. I love you more. I love you most.
Wildly Unprepared is hosted by me, Tyler Mount, and Ashley Bag. Executive produced by Kate McGarrigle in collaboration with Henry Street Creative. Please be sure to give us a 5-star rating on your preferred platform and tell your friends that you just found their newest obsession. We love you so much, and we couldn't do this show without you. Okay, I'm nervous, and I don't know how to finish this, so you should just shut this off now. Is anyone still with me? Just my mom? Okay, bye, Yvonne.